We are continuing the chocolate touch, learning about John's adventures with chapter 3. When we were reading last time, we read that John got a box of chocolates. He found the special coin so that he could purchase this special box of chocolates. It was a whole big box, and then he opened it and found one piece of chocolate. But he ate it, and he said it was the best ever, the best thing he'd ever eaten. So there was some optimism. We're going to see now what happens in chapter 3. The birds were chirping in the tree outside John's window, and the sky beyond was deep blue. The bedroom door opened a few inches. "Hey, Sleepy," Mrs. Midas called. "Everyone else is up." John put on his bathrobe and his slippers, and he ambled to the bathroom. His sister Mary was still brushing her teeth, and he had to wait until she was finished. "Come on, Mary," he said very crossly. "Don't take all morning." "Here you are," Mary said, handing him the toothpaste tube. While Mary soaped her face, John squeezed a little of the toothpaste onto his toothbrush. The paste was pink. John made a face at his toothbrush. It did not seem fair that he should have to brush his teeth with stuff that tasted just like his tonic. A stinky taste, he called it. John opened his mouth and he pushed in the end of the toothbrush. As soon as it touched his front teeth, he noticed a delicious sweetness in his mouth. It was the taste of the best kind of chocolate. He pushed the brush to and fro, and the taste seemed to grow stronger. He removed the brush. The bristles were brown. "What kind of toothpaste is this?" John asked. Mary was drying her face. "The same kind," she said. "It's on the tube." "Blanco Dent," John read. It was the same kind they always had. "Why is it chocolate flavored this time?" he asked. "Boy, this is good." So pause for a moment and think. Do you know what is happening? Keep in mind the title is The Chocolate Touch. And all of a sudden when he's gone to brush his teeth, just like he does every day, it is turned to chocolate. "Oh, silly," Mary said. "Of course it isn't chocolate." She hung up her towel and swished out of the bathroom. John squeezed some more toothpaste onto his brush and continued to brush his teeth. "Chocolate! Again, it was marvelous. It was rich and sweet, smooth chocolate, chocolatey chocolate, like the single piece of chocolate from the box that he had had the night before." There seemed to be no further need for the toothbrush, so John rinsed it and hung it up. He squeezed out another little bit of toothpaste onto his fingertip this time, and he put his finger in his mouth, and he ate the toothpaste off. When he took his finger out again, it was stained chocolate brown. John wasted no more time. He put the end of the toothpaste tube into his mouth, and he emptied the paste onto his tongue. It tasted just like thick, creamy chocolate. Mary looked in the bathroom. "Hey, what are you doing?" she demanded. "Yummy," it was all John said. John and Mary were a little late getting to the dining room, and Mr. Midas was already on his way to the train when they sat down at the breakfast table. "John ate all of the toothpaste," Mary told their mother. "Ew, you sneak," John whispered. "Well, you did," Mary reminded him. "And that's a waste. Isn't that a waste, Mother, to eat up all of the toothpaste in one day?" Mrs. Midas was serving their orange juice. "Mary, really," she said, "I'm sure John was only joking. He must only have been pretending to eat the toothpaste." No, he wasn't," Mary insisted. "I was watching and I saw him squeeze it right into his mouth. He said it was chocolate." "Oh dear," protested Mrs. Midas. "Chocolate again? Now, I know it was just a joke. He just wished it were chocolate, Mary. Come now, drink up your orange juice, both of you. Your bacon and eggs will be ready in a moment." As Mrs. Midas left the room, John took up his glass of orange juice and put it to his lips. What is going to happen? As soon as he tilted it, the liquid, it began to flow into his mouth, and a happy look came into his eyes. "Boy, that's good," he said at last, lowering the empty glass. "Chocolate juice." Mary looked at John, and then she looked at her glass of orange juice. It was a bright orange color. She tasted it. It tasted like orange to her. "It is not chocolate juice," she said. "It is orange juice. Orange juice is good for you." Yes, John," Mrs. Midas said, hearing the last few words as she carried the tray of bacon and eggs. "You must drink your—" And then she caught sight of John's empty glass. "John," she said, "you good boy, that's the first time in ages you have finished your orange juice without having been told to." It tasted like chocolate, John explained. All right, Mrs. Midas said. Very funny. But don't tease Mary too much. Remember, Mary, she is younger than you are. John silently picked up his fork and sliced the yolk of the egg. The yolk broke over the white, and he shivered as he watched it. He always did. I can't eat this, he told his mother. Of course you can, Mrs. Midas said. You drank your orange juice. Now try to eat your bacon and eggs. Okay, so think about what happened to the toothpaste. It turned to chocolate. What happened to the orange juice? Turned to chocolate. So what do you think is going to happen to his eggs? John scraped up a small piece of egg. He put it into his mouth, and it immediately became chocolate. Chocolate white and chocolate yolk. Both lovely, lovely chocolate. John mumbled. Chocolate egg. In almost no time at all, he had finished every scrap of egg on his plate. He tried the bacon next. It turned to chocolate, too. John had never before enjoyed his breakfast so much. After the orange juice that had turned to chocolate juice in his mouth, and the fried bacon, and the egg that had turned into fried chocolate, he ate 2 slices of chocolate toast with chocolate butter and chocolate marmalade. He washed it down with a glass of chocolate milk. I am very pleased with you this morning, Mrs. Midas said. She helped John on with his coat. If you promise to eat your lunch at school as well as you ate your breakfast, I will give you a dime to buy some chocolates with. That's all right, John said. I don't think I'll need it. Mrs. Midas looked very puzzled then and waved goodbye. So, John is feeling very excited at this point. I wonder, is that excitement going to last? Or is he going to get a little tired of everything tasting like chocolate?